Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life, and welcome back to my channel. In today's pick a card reading, we're going to be talking all about the full moon in Aquarius that is upon us right now. I even made this spread for you guys that you can take a screenshot of and follow along and pull cards with me. But before we get into this pick a card reading, I'm just going to be talking first about the full moon in Aquarius and all of this energy. If you want to skip this part of the reading, you can, but I would suggest that you don't, so that you will understand a little bit more about this full moon in Aquarius. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the notification bell, and like. That really helps me out. I really appreciate all of your support and all of you guys who leave comments and just lift me up as I make these videos. You guys have no idea how much that means to me. And if you're new here, I would love for you to join the Rainbow Fam. I post energy update pick a card readings like this every new moon and every full moon. And I also do readings on topics like career, finances, your talents and gifts, love, and more. So check that out. I also do vlogs of my life in Costa Rica and as I travel the world. So if you like that kind of stuff, don't forget to subscribe. I'd love to have you here as part of the Rainbow Fam. So let's get into this full moon in Aquarius energy. For those of you guys who've been following my channel for a while, you know that I'm an Aquarius. Like, I really identify with the whole Aquarius thing. I'm an Aquarius sun, moon, rising. My North Node is also in Aquarius. My Venus is in Aquarius. There's just a lot of Aquarius placements in my chart. So I feel like I really have a handle and understand what's going on with this full moon, especially over the past couple days, like leading up to it. I feel like I've gotten some downloads and I would love to share them with you guys. So there are 5 things that this Aquarius full moon is going to help you with. And the first one is independence, okay? So the Aquarius energy is a super independent energy. It's a little bit more of a masculine energy. So masculine energies are a little bit more dominant, can be a little bit more confident, can be forward, can be direct. The masculine energy is like more action taking, more risk taking, all about protecting, providing. And so anything that has to do with that is going to be a lot more amplified at this time, and especially independence. So perhaps your entire life just needs a bit more boost of independence. Maybe you've been struggling with not feeling financially independent. So your financial independence could come up during this time. It's also possible that you could be wanting to be more independent in your romantic life or in your relationships. You could be feeling like, you know what, I don't want to date at this time. I want to be single. I want to focus on me. That energy is very strong right now. If you're in a relationship, this doesn't apply to everyone, but it is breakup season. I've had a lot of you guys reaching out who've just been through a breakup and who are wanting just some cards pulled, which I totally understand. So there's been a lot of breakups happening. Some people are feeling more called towards independence and wanting to create that energy in a relationship. You could be feeling like you want to get independence maybe from your family or from the government or from almost anything, but that surge or that desire to want to be independent is such an Aquarius thing, and that energy could be hitting you hard right now. And so there could be opportunities surrounding you or coming into your life that will help you create more independence. I mean, I think it's important that we support each other and that, you know, communities are important. Friendships are important, relationships are important, but sometimes we can get too codependent with certain systems or with people, and so it's important to learn how to stand on your own sometimes. And so maybe there's things like that that are coming into your life or situations that are causing you to want to be more independent. So the next thing that the Aquarius full moon is going to do to you, or the next effect it's going to have on you, is rebellion or rebelliousness. You're gonna find yourself feeling like you want to be more risky or more rebellious. That is so the energy of Aquarius. So if you like pay attention to what's like kind of pissing you off right now, or what's annoying you, or what you feel like you want to rebel against, If there's any area of your life where you're feeling like I've had enough, I'm sick of this, like I'm not going to do that even though everyone else is, like pay attention to that. You know, I don't think it's good to be rebellious just for rebelliousness sake or to prove a point. Sometimes it can be dangerous to be too rebellious. But sometimes a little bit of that is good, can spice things up, you know, helps you to take a stand for what's important to you. So if there's anything you're being called to rebel against, pay attention to that. Maybe that energy is going to be brought up for you during this Aquarius full moon. So the next thing that will be heightened around this Aquarius full moon is your vision in general. Aquarius, you know, we're visionaries. And so this energy will cause you to perhaps receive more clarity on some of your biggest visions in your life. So you could be having some really bold ideas right now, or just like your dream for your life for the next couple years or whatever will become more clear to you. You might be receiving like downloads or ideas for creative projects that you want to pursue, or for what direction you want to go in your life. So I think that's the gift that this Aquarius full moon is giving to us, because maybe some of you guys have been feeling a little lost, or like, I don't know what I want to do or create. I think sometimes it's good to just go with the flow in life and not have plans. That's very much an Aquarius thing, but I don't know. I think our vision sometimes can be very strong, and it can be really rewarding to follow those paths and bring those visions down into the 3D. So pay attention to that. The next gift that this Aquarius full moon is going to bring to you is the gift of confidence. So if you've been feeling insecure, if you've been like trying to show up and like trying to come out into the world, trying to give some of your gifts or talents, but you haven't been feeling good about it, or you've been feeling insecure about it, don't worry, because first of all, that's normal. But second of all, that could be changing pretty soon. You might be finding that you're getting more confident in your abilities or just in yourself. That side of yourself wants to develop. The Aquarius energy will help gift you with confidence, or will help you to grow your confidence. The last thing that this Aquarius full moon is going to bring to you is communication. So Aquariuses, you know, we have a lot of thoughts, we're visionaries, we're communicators, we're speakers, we're social people. It's a very strong energy of like communication. So you might find yourself wanting to speak some type of truth, or wanting to communicate something out into the world. You could be finding that any communication issues or breakdowns you were having during Mercury retrograde could actually be like clearing up right now. And so your throat chakra will receive a huge clearing with this full moon. So I've got a couple tips for you guys before we start the pick a card reading, okay? 3 things that you should avoid during the couple weeks surrounding this Aquarius full moon. The first thing you should avoid is being in hermit mode. Now, we have the new moon in Cancer, and you guys know that the little mascot or spirit animal for Cancer or symbol is like the crab, and that is a lot about hermiting or going within your shell. And maybe you guys were struck with a lot of emotional energy around that the first couple of weeks of this moon cycle with that Cancer new moon. That makes a lot of sense. Cancer is a water sign. But at this time, the Aquarius energy is going to pull you out. I mean, it's the age of Aquarius, and now we've got this Aquarius full moon. It's going to pull you out of your shell. So this is not a good time to hermit. This is not a good time to hide. You actually might be receiving a lot of social opportunities right now. So take those social opportunities. Open up to new friendships. Connect with people. Don't hide in your shell at this time. Try to come out of hiding. It's not good to hermit during this time. The next thing you should avoid doing over the next couple weeks during this Aquarius full moon energy would be keeping your feelings inside. There could be some people that you need to express your feelings or your truth to. There could be some boundaries that you need to draw. There could be some confessions that need to be made. Truth needs to be spoken. Maybe it might not even have to do with you needing to say anything to anyone. It just might be something you need to declare to yourself. So this is a really great time to like journal, to speak what you want into existence, to do any spells you want to do, to write things down, write it down, make it happen. It's not good to keep energies and emotions inside. So if you need to talk to somebody, I'm here. You guys know I can pull cards for you. I also offer life coaching. You could also reach out if you feel like it's something more serious to a licensed professional counselor or therapist, or talk to a trusted friend or relative or mentor of some sort. This is a good time to like talk things through, and maybe even get a group of friends or like a friend together to make some type of project or collaboration or talk through an idea. It's good to like be able to bounce ideas off of someone or something at this point. So yes, just don't keep things inside. The third thing you should avoid is playing it small. This is time to take big risks. You don't want to do anything stupid. Use your logic. But it might be time to take a big risk. This is not time to play it small. The energy is pushing you to do something, maybe let go of something. The full moon has a lot to do with release, surrender, to try something new, to be bold. So pay attention to that. The 3 things that you should do with this Aquarius full moon. What should you do? Number 1, take risks. We just talked about that. Number 2, allow yourself to receive. You might be surprised that all of a sudden money is flowing to you. You might be surprised that all of a sudden you're receiving answers or support or love or affection or comforting or friendship or opportunities. So don't be surprised. Sometimes good things happen. Don't be scared that it's going to be taken from you or that it's too good to be true. Like, you've been through a lot. Allow yourself to receive. Some good things want to come your way. The last thing that you should do during this time would be create change. It's time to create change. We've all been stuck on our ways a little bit too long. There was some things that we did to try to cope with the energy of the changes in the world over the last 1.5 years. Things want to be released and something new wants to be embraced. It's time for change. All right, you guys, let me know what you think about that in the comments below. That is your little rundown on the Aquarius full moon, but I would love to discuss this further with you guys in this pick a card reading. So this is going to be a long one, so I would take a break, grab some popcorn or a snack or something, mix yourself some tea, get comfortable, and then choose a card. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Once you have chosen, head down to the comments below or the description where the timestamps are posted, and you can just click on your timestamp and instantly be forwarded to your part in the reading. And I will see you for your reading soon. For those of you guys who choose number 1, we're going to get started with the spread. And the first part of the spread is, where are you at right now? Like, what energy is surrounding you? And we're getting the 7 of Air, the futility card. This is the card that you chose. So, you know, I'm just going to take a guess and say that things might not be going too well right now in your life. I mean, this card is a tough one. You might be feeling a little bit discouraged. You could be having fears about like your survival or your situation right now. You might be feeling a little bit resistant to just being still. You could be afraid of the unknown. There could be a disillusionment going on around you or a collapse of illusions. And yeah, this energy has been rough, you guys. You know, I'll be honest, I'm feeling it too, so you're not alone. And this doesn't mean that you're being cursed or something's wrong or that the universe has forsaken you or that you did something wrong. You know, you're not being punished, nothing's being taken from you, everything's being given to you. In fact, this might have a lot to do with some of the things you've been trying to manifest. You gotta pay attention. When your whole world starts to collapse, oftentimes it's because you're ready to enter into a new one. It's because you're letting go of what no longer serves you. We hear that all the time in the spiritual community, right? Letting go of what no longer serves you. What is that? Like, as we go through life, we grow, we change. We change our thoughts, we change our perceptions. And when you change what's going on inside of you, like in your head and in your mind, your outer world and your outer reality will reflect to show that. This is like the concept of manifestation, basically. As within, so without. As above, so below. And I think it's fascinating that if you just spend some time working on yourself within, working on your thoughts, releasing things from your past, healing, resting, taking good care of your body and your vessel, all of a sudden, things will fall out of your life and then opportunities will come in. So that's what's going on here. You've been going through a glow up, okay? And don't pretend like you haven't, because I feel like you chose this card because the truth is you've been working on yourself really hard. Maybe you've been hitting the gym. Maybe you've been taking really good care of your health. Maybe you've been meditating every day. You got this little, it's like you've had some type of goal you're trying to hit and you've been hustling. It could be you've been hustling in the 3D, like with your job, your work. Maybe you've been saving money. Maybe you've just been really present, conscious. I don't know. You're doing everything right though. Like you've made some changes, but it seems like everything's gotten worse and not better. And you're like, what the heck? Like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, but everything's getting worse. That's a sign you're doing it right. You know, I see what's going on around you is that the main fear is that you're afraid that you're not going to be able to accomplish anything worthwhile in your life. Like you're standing on this edge of like, maybe I should just give up on some of my dreams. Maybe I should just like stop pretending like things can be better for me. It's sad, you know? Maybe because of some of these fears you've had, somehow some of them have manifested into your life. That happens. Sometimes you do manifest the things you fear the most. That's happened to me in my life. I don't want to tell you, you step on a crack, you're going to break your mother's back or something like that. Like if you think a negative thought, or if you're depressed or feeling negative, that's all you're going to attract. I don't think that's true. But I do feel like you have somehow manifested some of your worst fears, and you're getting this incredible opportunity to realize that the only thing to fear is fear itself. That even though you're having to face some of your biggest fears right now, it's not actually as bad as you thought it would be. Okay, one of my worst fears was being homeless. And a couple of years ago, something like that kind of happened to me. Luckily, I had a friend's couch I could like sleep on for like a little while. But like crap went down unexpectedly and it happened. And I was like, oh my gosh, my worst fear was something like this would happen, and here it is. Wasn't as bad as I thought. I had to be resilient, I had to be strong, and had to get myself out of that. But I did. So you might be in a situation where one of your worst fears is happening and you're feeling scared and alone and out in the dark, but it's not gonna be going down as bad as you think. And oftentimes when you hit rock bottom, there's nowhere to go but up. And that's where you're at. Like, at least you know it's not going to get any worse than this. And that's what I want to comfort you with for right now. So let's move on to the next part of this reading. There's a lot going on with this card, okay? Let me know in the comments if you resonate with that, because I just went on a spiel there. But I feel like I'm tapping into where you're at. It might not be a very good place. So the next part of this reading, you know, Aquarius, the sign of Aquarius is all about like independence and like rebellion. So where can you create more independence in your life? Like what side of, or what area of your life is really craving for more independence? Okay, how can you create that? Okay, so what I'm seeing is that you need to be more independent with making decisions. You've been overthinking decisions really hard lately. Because of the spot that you're in, it's likely that some decisions need to be made to help change the situation, because you might not be liking where you're at. You have the power to change it. You do, despite what everything might appear. But you might be scared, like, oh my gosh, like, this is such a big decision to make. If I make the wrong decision, something bad could happen, or I could be in an even worse situation. I think at this point, you're just being asked to like choose something and get started. Start becoming. What do you want to become in this life? Start becoming that. I love those cheesy quotes sometimes that you see on Instagram that are like, you know, visualize the person or the woman that you want to become and then show up every day as her. As cliche as it sounds, that might be what you are being asked to do, to really start stepping into the shoes of your future self, to start making decisions for yourself. I would suggest for you to start writing. Sometimes it really is as simple as just writing out a pros and cons list. I have difficulty making decisions, and so somehow that's how I found myself drawn to the tarot. One of the reasons I got drawn to the tarot. And I love pulling cards for myself to be like, what would the path look like if I made this choice versus this choice? And then I get to look at the cards and just ask myself, how do I feel about it? Because the cards can, you guys know, the cards can definitely channel some stuff through to you that's like, oh my gosh, how does it know? But I think the most amazing thing the cards can do, or the tarot does, is just creates a space for you to reflect on how you feel, you know? So that's what this is about. Your guides are like, you need time for reflection. You got some decisions to make. You need to get more independent with that. Stop asking everybody for their opinions. And, you know, if you need to use some type of tool like writing or tarot or meditation, awesome. But all the answers you need are inside of you. And the universe isn't going to reward you for one decision or punish you for another. There's actions, there's consequences. The doors that need to open will open. The doors that need to close will close. So you're free to do what you feel like you need to do. Make the choice that's best for you. Don't overthink it. Don't stall. It's time to make a decision. The next part of the spread. What do you need to surrender? What do you need to release? Because every full moon, like the energy of the full moon, is all about surrender and releasing. So what do you need to surrender or release? Look, you got the full moon. The full moon's talking to you. Here it is. Okay, so what do you need to surrender or release? Ironically, this is like the death card. Reminds me a little bit of this card you pulled earlier. It's reversed. I think they're saying this is maybe the last big bomb that the universe is going to be dropping on you for a while. You really needed a shakeup and a change, and you asked for it. And so they're saying these moons here are like, this is your manifestation, or one of them, maybe even a couple of them, in disguise. Like, whenever you ask for something big or you try to create something big, you're gonna get a big shift, okay? A lot of people joke about that moldavite crystal on TikTok, like bringing a moldavite crystal into their life and then everything falls apart. It's kind of like that, if you know what I mean. You bring in a big energy into your life, or you ask for something, you create something new, everything's gonna shift and change. So your guides are saying, look, really, this is an opportunity in disguise. You do have a decision to make, don't put it off. You're definitely being called to surrender and release, okay? And I think what you're being called to release, it's already been made apparent to you. It's already falling apart. I think they're just saying, don't run after it. Don't chase the things that are leaving your life right now. Just let them go, even if it doesn't make sense. And that's pretty much it. I think you're already releasing. This part of the reading is almost like you don't need to release anything, because everything that you need to release is like being forced out of your life. So you don't need to make anything happen. It's already happened. You just need to sit with it, let it go. And they're just trying to tell you, look, this full moon wants to bring some bold changes in your life. It's that bold Aquarius energy. And so hang on, enjoy the ride, I guess. All right, and then the last part of the spread is full moon blessings. How does this moon want to bless you? Let's pull that because it's been a tough reading so far. Just a lot coming up. So what blessings are coming on the other side of this? How does this full moon want to bless you? Gifts from the full moon. Oh, I like that. The Hermit reversed. Yes. I mean, maybe this has something to do with the situation that's been going on the planet right now. The Hermit, if you guys know what I'm talking about. A lot of people had to be the Hermit for a very, very long time, right? Now it's reversed. Maybe this full moon is bringing a change to that. Like, hopefully. But this could simply just be on a personal level, that this full moon is going to draw you out and into the world. And because, you know, Aquarius is a very social sign. It's like a social energy. You know, Aquarius always make a whole bunch of friends. And it might be that you're going to be feeling more social, have the opportunity to make friends or to get involved with a community of people, or to collaborate with artists or something like that. You're not going to feel like that hermit. You're going to be coming out of your shell, and this full moon is providing an opportunity for you to do that. Ten of Pentacles reversed. This is anxiety about money. Like feeling worried about your financial situation. And maybe some of you guys here who are watching this are like loaded and you got the coin. But maybe you were nervous that it was going to change, or like that some investments you made were like going down, or the stocks were, you know, something like that. So maybe there will be a sign that your investments are safe, that they're growing, that there's an opportunities. You don't have to worry about protecting your wealth so much right now, hopefully. And then those of you guys who are just like broke as a joke, or like really struggling to build wealth or debt or savings, stuff like that, I think they're saying there will be an improvement, an opportunity, like that thing that you need to pay will get paid. That bill that you've got, don't worry about it. Like this full moon is going to help release some anxiety around that, because Aquarius, that is an energy of abundance and expansion. So it's going to bless you and give you like a little kiss when it comes to your finances right now. And I mean, what else could you ask for? This is some good energy for you. So I hope that you're hanging in there. I want to thank you so much for coming to my channel. Let me know in the comments below like how you resonate with this, or share your story. This is a safe space for us to just kind of talk about what's going on in the vibes. And I'd love to chat with you. And I will see you next time. Peace out. For those of you guys who choose number 2, let's get started with this spread. And we're going to start with the card that you chose, which is number 1 on the spread. And is, you know, what energy is surrounding you right now? What's your current energy? What energy is surrounding you? Let's see. We're getting the Mother of Fire. This is a really cool card. So this is a good energy. There's a pretty good energy surrounding you. I do see that you've been through a lot when it comes to like growing into yourself. You know, this didn't happen overnight. You've been through many valleys. You've scaled many peaks. You've been on a long journey. A journey of growing strength and confidence in yourself. You're getting to a place where you're feeling more confident in the decisions that you're making. You've been getting a lot more clarity about what it is that you want in your life. You're not looking for so much validation and approval from outside sources. You're starting to feel yourself. A positive, healthy level of pride, authority, strength, and courage, and certainty and passion surrounds you right now. And your growing faith in your path and all of the personal development you've been through lately is starting to bring rewards into different areas of your life. You're starting to feel like you want to step out as somebody that wants to inspire other people. You're starting to want to share your experiences and your gifts and your abilities with others. This reminds me of somebody that's, you know, wants to start a business or wants to share or encourage others, help others, wants to really shine, come out in the world. Kind of reminds me of the star card in the traditional tarot a little bit. So this is an interesting energy. Let's see how this develops. What area of your life do you need to develop more independence in? Because Aquarius is all about like independence and rebellion. So what area of your life can you establish more independence in? Moving on to the next part of the spread. Financial independence. This is the area of your life that really wants to grow, that really wants to shine and soar. Like, I don't know if some of you guys who are watching are financially dependent on your family or your parents or a significant other or the government or something like that. But I see a group of you guys that are financially dependent on something like that. It can even be just a small portion of the finances you receive. It comes from a source like that. And there's nothing wrong with that, because we all deserve to be supported and nourished and cared for. But there is something really rewarding about being able to pull in your own finances and to receive abundance through working or your talents or gifts or offering or giving something to other people. And I see that, like, they're saying follow quick. It's almost like follow this idea or follow this path. You've had an idea, you're being called to step out, and your guides are like, no waiting, no more excuses, don't complicate it, get it together, make it happen, seek out people that can help you, or just do it by yourself, because, you know, this is about independence. Yeah, they're saying this idea has potential, or your business has potential, or your idea or this path that you're on has potential. Work, literally talking about work. They might be saying you need to get a job, or you need to start at the bottom. You need to humble yourself. Some of you guys are out there, maybe you don't have a lot on your resume, and it could benefit you to go get a job where you're just doing something, you know, just something to bring in some money so that you could have the money to invest in your business. I don't want to use myself as like the ultimate example, because I'm still a work in progress and my path definitely hasn't been perfect. But one thing I'm proud of is that I worked for years, like as a swim teacher, just like a small job. And I used the money that I got from it to invest in my dreams and my gifts and my talents, and supported myself until I was able to start businesses that were like away from that. And it was a long path. Sometimes, you know, you just got to be real and be like, okay, I'm starting at the bottom. And so sometimes beggars can't be choosers. And you got to start from the bottom, and you got to work, and you got to hustle. You can manifest, you can be open, you can know your worth, and you can know your value, and you can, you know, hold out for the right opportunity. But other times you just got to start where you're at and humble yourself. And I kind of see some of you guys are being told, don't wait until you're at the next level. Don't wait till things are better. Don't wait until you have enough time or enough money or until you get the new job before you start your business or before you start sharing your gifts. Like, start where you're at. And if you need inspiration, go on my channel and sort my videos from oldest to newest. You can do that here, and you can look at some of my oldest videos, and you can see when I only had like 5 people watching, and you can see me looking all haggard and confused and not even knowing like what I was doing. I just had something I wanted to share, and I started that way. And even though I look back and I'm a little bit like embarrassed of some of those older videos, I'm like, I keep them up because I want you guys to see. I want people to see, like, hey, we're all a work in progress, you know? You just got to start. You got to start where you're at with the tools, resources that are available to you. You might have to work hard. You have to create the time. You guys know I can go off on this forever, but that's a message you're getting. And there's something that's telling me this is a amazing opportunity for you. Potential. Yeah, follow this path. This might even mean finances are going to come in quick. That job, take it. Getting messages about that. All right, so the next part of the spread. You know, every full moon is going to ask for you to surrender or to release something or even a couple things. That is kind of an energy of the full moon. So what energy or what needs to be released with this full moon? The only thing I can see that you need to release right now is hesitation. They're just like, stop overthinking, don't wait, don't hesitate, take the risk now. Everything's lining up in your favor. I mean, this first card was pretty good. You know, despite all this chaos that's been going all around energetically, you're doing pretty good. The sun's shining down upon you. You have favor of the spirit. This is the most positive card in the entire tarot. If you don't know much about the tarot, just know that this card, the sun, it's a card that's in the traditional tarot. It's like the most happy, rewarding, positive, uplifting card in the entire tarot. It's a sign you're on the right path. It's like a yes card. It's like a go for it card. And you're getting it right next to this generosity card. Like your guides or your higher self or spirit just wants to give to you. Abundance is flowing into your life. Your guides are just like, empower yourself, release hesitation, and just go. Yeah, I love that. So the final part of the message, this is my favorite part, full moon blessings. What blessings does this full moon have in store for you? I could use some blessings right now. I don't know about you guys. So I see that you haven't been feeling very motivated lately because it feels like this energy is just hitting you from left and right. Like, yeah, this has been a tough energy. I've been saying that on my channel for like weeks, months lately. And you guys just got to know, I'm doing readings all the time. I'm following this energy. And when I say it's a tough energy, I mean it. I mean it. And look, this is the Ace of Wands. You feel like, I can't work right now. I can't start this thing. I can't continue that. You're just like, what? But you're also kind of suffering because you're the Queen of Wands. You're so creative and you just want to shine and you just want to make things and like you're ready to come out of hiding and go out into the world and just shine your light. And so I think your guides are saying the blessing is that this energy will be removed. This is a reversal. You're gonna feel a little bit of a jump start. You know, maybe some of these outer burdens are gonna chill out a little bit. It'll be easier for you to step into your authenticity and move forward. The blockages are gonna be removed. And I love to hear that. So let me know if this resonates with you down in the comments below. I love hearing your stories and hearing what's going on in your life and just like relating to you guys. This is a safe space for you to just kind of open up. Even if you just want to release something, like here in the comments, I'm here. We'll give each other a thumbs up and a heart and validate each other as we go through this tough energy. So I want to thank you so much once again for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace out. For those of you guys who choose number 3, let's get started with this spread. And the card that you chose is number 1 on this spread, which is, where are you at right now? What energy is currently surrounding you? Let's see what you got. So you're getting 2 cards actually, the 5 of Earth and the Father of Water. Let's start with this card first. This is the insecurity card. So if you've been feeling a little bit insecure, I have a feeling this is residual from the eclipses that we were going through. I don't know if you watched my pick a card readings on the eclipses. I would suggest you just go back and do it because that energy is still affecting us. But I was talking about how one of the effects of the eclipse is that it might cause you to feel like a little bit more insecure than usual. So if you're feeling like this, don't worry, you're okay. It's normal, especially during this energy cycle. So you could be suffering right now with some worries, negative thoughts, maybe the fear of loss, feeling a little bit like inadequate, maybe even self-pity, okay? So this is kind of like an old mind loop that sometimes you go into that might be left over from some stuff you've been through in the past, right? Your guides are saying, remember why you tend to think about yourself so harshly. You know, these tapes that are playing in your head are from, a lot of times, people that bullied you in the past, people that you were surrounded by who were insecure themselves. Maybe your narcissistic parents, for many of you guys. A lot of us are going through that, right? Or maybe like somebody that you dated that ended up being like a sociopath or a jerk who was kind of rude to you, you know? So a lot of times the reason we feel insecure is because we picked up some other person's negative thinking or some message about ourselves that really isn't true, that we really don't want to think, but somehow we've taken it on as our own. People will give you positive compliments and comments all the time, but the one thing that will stick is that one negative thing that someone said to you when you were 13, right? Somebody called you fat or whatever. Somebody said that you stutter or that you're strange 15, 20 years ago, and here you are thinking that's the truth about you. So your guides are saying this destructive influence comes from someone else's negative thoughts and opinions about themselves. And that's something you don't have to pick up on. Now, it might continue to play over and over and over in your head. You don't have to make the thought go away. It might be a habit to bully yourself or to play that tape on repeat, but you don't have to listen to it. And so your guides are saying these thoughts are coming up, these things from the past coming up. We had this new moon in Cancer, now we got Aquarius, lots of air and water and thoughts and emotions and feelings. And your guides are saying when you notice that you're struggling with your thoughts or you're struggling with these negative energies or you're struggling with the past, that it's best not to make any major life decisions during this time. It's best not to rethink your whole existence. It's best to just establish ease for yourself. And then when you're feeling a little bit better, then when you're feeling a little bit more empowered, you can make that decision or you can move forward with that thing. I can relate to this because a couple nights ago I got really sick to my stomach and I was freaking out and I already got like a different injury. Like I got stitches. I was like having a hard time, you guys. And so I was crying and I was doubting like living here, living here in Costa Rica. I was like, maybe I should move. Maybe we should go somewhere else. And the truth was I just wasn't feeling well. I was just having a hard time emotionally. Hours later, I felt better and I was like, I'm so happy to be here. Oh my gosh, this is a dream come true. Like, so when you're feeling insecure, when you're not feeling well, when you're having negative loops and things going on in your head, like, yes, you're gonna have an existential crisis and doubt your whole life. Just know that's normal and it will pass. And then you can go ask yourself, what do I wanna do about my life? Or what do I want to need to change? Because oftentimes, all you need to do is just take care of yourself. All that stuff is coming up to just ask for your attention and your help and your support and your nurturing. You know, this is where you got to step in to your divine feminine side and allow yourself to reparent yourself or remother yourself or just hold yourself, nurture yourself. This is a message to you that you've been going through some stuff. You've been having a lot of these mind loops and thoughts, and it's normal. I think we all have them. I think this is the reason why a lot of people turn to addictions, because it helps you numb that out a little bit. A lot of people become workaholics or just move and go all the time, because when they get still and they slow down, these thoughts or these things come up, these feelings, these emotions. So this is the Father of Water. This is the energy that's around you. It's almost like you've realized this is going on, and there's a positive energy going on, like a healing energy. So I'd like to talk a little bit more about this card, because although this energy is surrounding you right now, this energy is also surrounding you. So the other energy that's surrounding you, funny enough, is like perceptiveness, psychic energy or receptivity, patience and inner knowing, artistic energy. So I feel like you're kind of in the process of transmuting this energy. Like you're flowing it all into something, maybe artistic. You're intuitively realizing, like, you're intuitively healing yourself through this. I feel like you're taking this as an opportunity to pay attention, to see where you need to grow and heal. You're doing great. This is a message to you that you're able to look at what's going on inside of you, and you're learning not to judge it. You're learning to be perceptive. You also might be somebody that's giving advice to a lot of people right now. Maybe you're coming to this reading and you're also a healer or an empath or a coach or something like that. I always love it when other people like that visit my channel. I always feel so flattered. So maybe that's you. Or maybe somehow just during this time, a lot of people around you are reaching out for your support, your healing. So in a way, like the struggles you've been going through, you've been able to turn that around and not only help yourself with it, but you're able to help others too. I see that you're really working on enhancing your environment and your business right now. So you could really be building in your career right now. You could also really be building in your home, like literally building onto your home, literally building a home, or gardening, beautifying, redecorating, painting, nesting. That energy is very much around you right now. You have a desire to share your intuitive knowledge with others. It could just be about one field. Like, I want to share knowledge about how to do basket weaving with people. Or it could be about something spiritual. Like, you're being called to kind of be a teacher or a mentor at this point. Fascinating. Fascinating. Okay, let's move forward. Picking up way too much off those cards. So next, the Aquarius full moon is all about independence. It's like an independence energy, kind of rebellious energy. So in what area of your life do you need to be more independent? Okay. Yeah. Relationships. It's not like you're never going to have a healthy romantic relationship. It's not like you're never going to have a great group of friends. At this point, maybe you feel like you're cursed in love or with friendships. You're not. It's just, you've gone through a lot of growth real fast here, and a lot of people just can't meet you on your level anymore. And there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like you wouldn't give back the growth and the awakening that you've been through for anything, but you've lost some people because of it. And also, just because you're so interesting and you're such a healer and you're so shiny and magnetic, you've had a lot of falling outs, a lot of people that have backstabbed you, a lot of jealous haters, over and over. And some of it, like, you've realized, okay, maybe I contributed to it because I used to have toxic habits, or, you know, I wasn't aware at this time in my life, and so, like, I made this decision, or I hurt this person. I think we've all done that, right? But for real, a lot of toxic people have been driven to you because, or drawn to you because you have such a light and you're so kind and you listen to people and you're not judgmental, and those people are really broken and they want your help and support, and like some of them like just want to be you. I just get that sense. And so you had a lot of this, and this has been an injustice. This is the Justice card reverse. This has been an injustice, not fair. You need a little bit of time alone. You might have a little bit of trust issues. I don't blame you from what you've been through in relationships. Your guides are just saying you need a break. Maybe you need a break from dating, relationships, or even friendships. I don't think you should like be completely alone. You know who the people in your life are that you can trust, or that you know you're comfortable with. But it might just be you're going through a time where you need to keep your energy to yourself more, because you're really trying to give so much to your creative projects or to your business or to the people that you want to give to, that all these people that are backstabbing or don't have good energies, or who are energy vampiring you, they're like, you need to get independent from that, cut those cords. I feel like you guys already have done that. Some of you guys might know in your head, okay, there's that one person or that group of people that I just can't hang with anymore. They're not good for me. So maybe some of you guys know who that is being brought up right now. But I feel like for most of you guys, maybe you are going through a little bit of a hermit period or a time of solitude, and that's why. You're not going to be alone forever. Maybe this has gone on for a while. You're going to feel stronger. You're going to feel like you can make friends again. People will be drawn your way. If you're struggling with attracting a romantic opportunity and you've been burned, you're still going through a little bit of healing from that. And this area of your life will grow. Justice will be served. But right now, you need to focus more on independence. Yeah. So the next part is, what do you need to surrender? Every full moon asks you to release or surrender something. So let's see if we can tap into a little bit of that for you. Your guides are saying it's time, you're leaving difficult times behind. Like maybe surrender the thought that everything's always going to be difficult for you, or that this energy you've been in or the past is going to continue to repeat itself. The truth is, you might not even be able to visualize yet just how amazing and bright your future is going to be. It might be better than you could even imagine. Good things are coming to you, and your guides are like, you need to release this feeling that you're always the bridesmaid and never the bride, or that you're the ugly duckling, or that your business isn't going to grow, or that this loop is going to continue, or that you're always going to be stuck. No. Your guides are like, release that, release that. You're growing, you are leaving difficult times behind. And there's also something about your home. Some of your guides might be like, release your home, release where you've been living because you're getting ready for an upgrade in that department. Or be ready for a change in this area. I don't want to freak any of you guys out that are really happy with your home right now. You know, this is a general reading. It may not apply to everybody, but I'm seeing a change here. And maybe some of you guys just really need to hear that message. I also remember in my yearly reading, I got messages a lot of people would be moving around this time. That's been coming up. I mean, it's the summer. A lot of people move in the summer. So they could be saying, release, you know, this current place, be ready for something new. Release your worries about the home. Surrender. Oh, that came out. You know, and this is this little bird right here. Winter is over, spring is coming. It's looking ahead to see, where am I going to build my nest? Nesting energy. That energy is around you so strong. So this is good energies. You don't really need to surrender much other than just like freaking out that everything's going to continue to be horrible for you. It won't. Maybe they're just saying, release some of that insecurity. Seems like you've already been working on that though. So just keep going forward. All right, final part of this reading is full moon blessings. Don't skip this part. This is the positive part of the reading. Full moon blessings. What blessings are coming to you through this full moon? I see that you've been having conflict with a man in your life, or a male figure. Not everybody. This is for just a couple people who are here, but this is coming out. I just grabbed it right off the top here. Conflict with a man in your life. If it's not a man, then it could be a woman or a person who has like a really strong masculine energy. Somebody who's just like not in touch with their feminine side at all. And so, I don't know, maybe for some of you guys, this is like your cousin or your boss or your significant other or a relation, friend, something. Boss, I definitely see boss for a lot of people. But basically the blessing is that conflict will be resolved. It will be over. This person will leave your life. This is the death card. Like, there will be an ending and a new beginning. There will be a healing related to that relationship. There will be a solution. The truth will be revealed. Yeah, I get that sense. Now, if that doesn't resonate and you're like, what? I got another message, okay? For a blessing for you. And that blessing is, it's like you've been feeling like having trouble with boundaries or standing up for yourself. Maybe you've been feeling really attacked by people that are around you or just by the energy lately. Sometimes I feel like the universe is attacking me. I mean, every once in a while I'm like, what the heck? What did I do to deserve this? Like, sometimes contrast happens, you know? And I think this energy is going to be lifted. I think that's the blessing. And in return, you're getting your new beginning. Because I feel like that's been one of your big desires lately, is that you just want a new beginning. You're ready for a rebirth. You're ready for things to go your way. You're ready for an upswing. And that's what this is. The Death card reverse, I see this as rebirth, new beginnings, expansion. Yeah, big blessings. Unrequited. This card is like, you feel like you keep putting energies or feelers out for opportunities or things you want, but it's not coming back. So I'm getting a message like it will be requited. It's gonna come back. You're gonna get a return on that energetic investment. Yeah, the blessing is something important, dazzling, hardworking. Look at this. You've been working hard. You've got shiny energy going out. An important opportunity is coming your way related to this, and I see a big blessing in store for you. Wonderful. So I hope that this reading resonates with you. If it does, share your story in the comments below or let me know what's going on. I love reading all the comments. I try to read every single one, to be honest, I do. And I love hearing your stories. This is a safe space for you to just share or vent what's going on in your life. And I want to thank you so much for coming to my channel. I will see you next time. Peace out.